Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, not just once, but 4 times, simply to use the bathroom? For many people over 70, that is not an uncommon experience. But for Walter, a 76-year-old man from San Diego, those troublesome nighttime awakenings are now a thing of the past. It was not thanks to medication, nor was it from any costly medical procedure. It was thanks to one very small but crucial change. He stopped drinking 3 common beverages in the evening. And then something remarkable happened. He began sleeping straight through until morning. No more fumbling around in the dark. No more being jolted awake by the bathroom light. No more feeling exhausted as the sun came up. Science calls the phenomenon of waking up repeatedly at night to urinate nocturia. And it is a problem that many older adults silently endure. But few realize that the cause often isn't age itself. It is not due to weak kidneys or a failing bladder. Sometimes the real culprits are those seemingly harmless pre-bedtime habits, like a cup of ginger tea, a glass of orange juice, or even a warm glass of milk. You might be drinking one of these 3 beverages every evening, and if so, your nights of incomplete sleep might not be as normal as you have always thought. In today's video, we are going to explore Walter's simple yet transformative journey. You will learn about the 3 supposedly healthy drinks that can actually disrupt sleep for older adults. More importantly, you will see how a small change, just by putting down that cup of tea or moving that glass of milk to the morning, can help you reclaim a night of peaceful, deep, and uninterrupted sleep. And if you're still looking for a way to stop waking up in the middle of the night because your bladder insists, then this might just be the story you need to hear. Now let us get started. Type 1. Diuretic herbal teas like chamomile and ginger tea. When Walter shared that he once thought herbal tea was the safest evening choice, many people nodded in agreement. A warm cup of chamomile or ginger tea before bed seems like a symbol of tranquility, gentle on the stomach, warming and relaxing. But the truth behind this habit was far different from what he imagined. Herbal teas, while caffeine-free, have a little-known characteristic, a diuretic effect. This means that instead of helping you sleep well, they subtly stimulate your kidneys and bladder to work harder, especially in older adults. When bladder control has naturally begun to weaken, even a small amount of a diuretic fluid can be enough to ruin a peaceful night's sleep. The body after age 70 no longer operates as it once did. The cells that temporarily hold urine become less flexible. The smooth muscle in the bladder wall weakens, becoming easily irritated by natural compounds found in ginger, peppermint, or chamomile. The result is you go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, but by midnight your bladder is waking you up. Not just once, but repeatedly. Each time your sleep cycle is broken, sleep-regulating hormones are disrupted, and your body cannot recover properly. Walter mentioned it was his geriatrician who asked him a simple question: "What do you drink after 6 in the evening?" That question opened up a whole new direction. Just 2 weeks after stopping his nightly herbal tea, a habit he had maintained for over 10 years, he started noticing he no longer woke up at 1 in the morning. Then, by the 3rd and 4th nights, he slept soundly until morning. This is not a rare occurrence. A study published in the journal Urology showed that older adults who drank diuretic beverages after 6 in the evening had double the risk of nocturia compared to the non-drinking group. Herbal tea, though labeled healthy, can cause more trouble than benefit when consumed at the wrong time. So, if you are drinking ginger tea, chamomile tea, or any other tea after dinner, try making a change. Switch to warm filtered water, or if you need to keep the sipping habit, limit yourself to just a small mouthful. Your body will thank you the next morning when you wake up without having made 3 trips to the bathroom overnight. Type 2. Sweet fruit juices like orange, apple, and grape. One of the things that surprised Walter most was when his doctor told him to stop drinking fruit juice in the evening. To him and many others, a cool glass of orange juice or unsweetened apple juice before bed was a simple way to get some vitamins. But few suspect that these seemingly healthy glasses could be waking up their bladders more often than a cup of tea. The problem lies in the high amount of natural sugar found in fruit. Whether it is orange, apple, or grape, these juices contain fructose, a type of sugar that can stimulate the kidneys to work harder. When blood sugar rises, the body tries to balance it by flushing it out through urine. This process inadvertently makes you urinate more, especially at night, a time when the body needs to rest, not be in filtering mode. Furthermore, juice, unlike whole fruit, contains almost no fiber to slow down sugar absorption. This causes a rapid spike in blood sugar, putting immediate pressure on the kidneys and bladder. In a younger person, the excretory system can handle this quickly without much trouble. But for someone over 70, the body's regulatory abilities are not as flexible. A seemingly small amount of sugar can be enough to wake you up earlier than you would like. Walter used to have a small glass of grape juice before bed, thinking it was good for his heart. But just a few nights after stopping, he noticed a difference. He slept more deeply, and that rumbling feeling of getting up at 3 in the morning was gone. Instead, he tried eating a few apple slices in the morning, still getting vitamins, still good for the heart, but without disrupting his sleep. A report from the National Institute on Aging indicates that fruit juice, especially when consumed after 6 in the evening, can be one of the hidden causes of unexplained nocturia in older adults. What is noteworthy is that many people never suspect a beverage with such a healthy reputation could be the culprit. If you are looking for a way to sleep through the night without being awakened by your bladder's call, try this small change. Save that glass of juice for the afternoon or early evening. And at night, let your body be at peace from the inside out by letting go of those seemingly harmless sweet drops. If you are still watching and finding these tips helpful, let me know by commenting with the number 2 down below. And if you have not already, I would really encourage you to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss new videos. Your support helps us continue creating more helpful and inspiring content. Type 3, evening milk, a bladder irritant for older adults. Perhaps no one is surprised to hear about tea or juice causing nighttime urination. But when the doctor advised Walter to stop drinking milk in the evening, he was taken aback. For more than 2 decades, he had kept the habit of a warm glass of milk before bed, as a way to gently lull himself to sleep. Yet it turned out that this familiar glass of milk had been silently interrupting his sleep for years. The cause is not milk in general, but the body after age 70. Over time, the digestive system becomes more sensitive, especially to lactose, the natural sugar in milk. Even if you drank milk comfortably when you were younger, after age 65, your body may no longer produce enough of the lactase enzyme to break it down. As a result, milk can cause mild bloating, slight bladder irritation, and especially an increased need to urinate during the night. Not to mention the calcium and protein in milk, while great for bones, can also slightly increase the kidney's filtering activity. When consumed in the evening, a body preparing for rest is forced to switch on and work, which in turn stimulates the bladder and causes you to wake up sooner than intended. For Walter, everything started to change when he tried swapping his milk time. Instead of drinking it at 9 in the evening, he moved it to the morning, with cereal or a light coffee with milk. Within just a few days, he noticed his body felt lighter when he lay down, and especially that stirring feeling in his stomach after midnight it was gone. A study from the National Sleep Foundation showed that nearly 30% of older adults experience sleep disruption from seemingly benign foods or drinks, with milk being a leading cause if consumed after 8 in the evening. And more notably, many people do not even suspect this at all. If you are used to a glass of milk to help you sleep, try changing the time. Deep, continuous sleep does not come from a full or warm stomach, but from a body that is truly resting. And sometimes that begins with letting go of the very thing you always believed was good. We have just explored 3 familiar drinks: herbal tea, sweet fruit juice, and evening milk. Things that seem healthy but can silently sabotage your sleep, pushing you into long, fitful, and exhausting nights. Walter's story of a man who reclaimed his full night's sleep after years just by giving up 3 small habits is a gentle but profound reminder. Good for your health does not always mean good for you at all times. The good news is you do not need medication, you do not need to change your entire lifestyle, and you certainly do not need to give up your favorite things. All you need to do is adjust the timing. Simply move your glass of milk to the morning, replace your tea with warm filtered water, or have your fruit juice with lunch. Your body will be grateful for the proper rest, and you will be grateful to yourself for mornings are no longer marked by fatigue or grogginess from interrupted sleep. You could be 70, 75, or even 80, but deep, consistent sleep is always something you deserve. It is never too late to start listening to your body and adjusting a few small details. Because often, what wakes you up is not your age, but that late afternoon tea. It is not a medical condition, but a habit you never suspected. Tonight, before you lie down in bed, try asking yourself, what did I drink after 6 in the evening? And if you find yourself repeating what Walter once did, give yourself a chance to make a change, even with just one of those 3 habits. Perhaps tonight will be the first night you sleep all the way through until morning, peacefully, calmly, and deeply, the way a night's sleep at 76 years old is supposed to be. Thank you for taking the time to listen. If you found this helpful, please feel free to share it so your loved ones can also sleep more soundly, starting tonight.